Wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. True wisdom is vast and cannot be fully understood or possessed by one person alone. It requires collective understanding and sharing. It takes a whole village to raise a child. Raising a child is a communal effort that involves the support and guidance of the entire community, not just the parents. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Working alone may yield quick results, but teamwork and collaboration lead to sustainable, long-term success. The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. Neglected individuals may resort to drastic measures to gain attention or a sense of belonging. However long the night, the dawn will break. No matter how difficult or dark a situation is, it will eventually pass and give way to better times. And the fool speaks, the wise man listens. Wisdom often involves listening and understanding before speaking, whereas foolishness is marked by hasty, uninformed speech. A bird will always use another bird's feathers to feather its own nest. People often use resources or knowledge from others to improve their own situation. When there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you. Inner peace and self-confidence make external threats less harmful. You learn how to cut down trees by cutting them down. Practical experience is the best teacher. You learn by doing. Rain does not fall on one roof alone. Hardships and blessings are shared experiences that affect many people, not just one individual. A man who uses force is afraid of reasoning. Those who resort to violence often do so because they lack the ability or willingness to engage in rational discourse. Do not look where you fell, but where you slipped. Focus on understanding the cause of your mistakes, rather than the consequences. To try and fail is not laziness. Making an effort, even if it results in failure, is commendable and not the same as being lazy. A child's fingers are not scalded by a piece of hot yam which its mother puts into its palm. Parents or guardians often protect their children from harm, even in challenging situations. A chattering bird builds no nest. Talking too much without action leads to unaccomplished goals. Wisdom does not come overnight. Gaining wisdom is a gradual process that takes time and experience. He who learns, teaches. Knowledge is meant to be shared, and those who learn should also teach others. A single bracelet does not jingle. One person's efforts or actions may go unnoticed. Collaboration amplifies impact. If you think you're too small to make a difference, you haven't spent the night with a mosquito. Even the smallest actions can have a significant impact. Knowledge is like a garden. If it is not cultivated, it cannot be harvested. Knowledge requires nurturing and continuous effort to be useful and beneficial. He who refuses to obey cannot command. To lead effectively, one must also know how to follow and respect authority. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Those who cause harm may forget their actions, but those who are harmed remember. Even the best cooking pot will not produce food. Having the best tools or resources is useless without the skills or effort to use them. Seeing is different from being told. Experiencing something firsthand is more impactful and convincing than hearing about it secondhand. One who loves you warns you. True care and concern often come with honest warnings and advice. There is no medicine to cure hatred. Hatred is a deep-rooted emotion that cannot be easily remedied or cured. You do not teach the paths of the forest to an old gorilla. Experienced individuals do not need to be taught what they already know well. A single stick may smoke, but it will not burn. One person alone may struggle to achieve much. Collective effort is needed for success. Haste and hurry can only bear children with many regrets along the way. Rushing through tasks often leads to mistakes and regrets. No matter how hot your anger is, it cannot cook yams. Anger is unproductive and cannot solve problems. And a man who has one finger pointing at another has three pointing towards himself. When blaming others, remember that you also have your own faults. To get lost is to learn the way. Making mistakes and facing challenges is part of the learning process. A wise person will always find a way. Wisdom enables individuals to navigate challenges and find solutions. Even a snail will eventually reach its destination. Patience and persistence lead to progress, no matter how slow. A river does not flow backward. Life moves forward, and we must adapt to change and keep progressing. It is the crooked tree that has the straightest shadow. Unusual circumstances can lead to unexpected results. A person who stammers would eventually say, "Father." Perseverance will lead to success, even if the path is challenging. The hunter in pursuit of an elephant does not stop to throw stones at birds. Focus on your main goals without getting distracted by minor issues. A small leak can sink a great ship. Little problems, if ignored, can lead to significant consequences. An army of sheep led by a lion can defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. Strong leadership can turn the weakest group into a formidable force. The sun never sets on an argument. Resolve conflicts quickly to prevent them from escalating. A bridge is not crossed until you reach it. Worry about future problems only when they become imminent. Even the best fabric will tear if stretched too much. Overextending yourself can lead to failure. Do not call the forest that shelters you a jungle. Respect and appreciate the support you receive. A single hand cannot applaud. Collaboration is necessary to achieve great things. When the roots of a tree begin to decay, it spreads death to the branches. Problems at the core can affect the entire system. A roaring lion kills no game. Making a lot of noise doesn't always yield results. Action does. The child who asks questions does not become a fool. Seeking knowledge and understanding leads to wisdom. A canoe does not know who the leader is. Teamwork involves everyone working together, regardless of hierarchy. A cracked bell can be heard long after it has stopped ringing. Mistakes and their consequences can linger. The moon moves slowly, but it crosses the town. Progress might be slow, but persistence ensures success. No matter how far you urinate, the last drop always falls at your feet. You cannot escape the consequences of your actions. Birds sing not because they have answers, but because they have songs. Express yourself authentically without needing all the answers. Even the best cooking pot will not produce food. Without effort and skill, potential remains unrealized. A hyena will always be a hyena, even if it is wearing a sheep's skin. True nature cannot be disguised. A knife does not know who made it. It just does its job. Focus on your purpose without getting caught up in origins. A bird that flies off the earth and lands on an anthill is still on the ground. Minor changes do not equate to significant progress. The lion and the lamb shall lie down together, but the lamb won't get much sleep. True peace requires trust and security. An old broom knows the corners well. Experience provides valuable knowledge and insights. Knowledge without wisdom is like water in the sand. Information is useless without the ability to apply it wisely. The heart of the wise man lies quiet, like limpid water. True wisdom is calm and reflective. A cat may go to a monastery, but she still remains a cat. Superficial changes do not alter one's true nature. He who burns his bridges will have to swim. Avoid burning bridges to keep options open for the future. You cannot climb a mountain with your hands in your pockets. Effort and determination are required to achieve great things. And the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Break down large tasks into manageable steps. A bird does not change its feathers because the weather is bad. Stay true to yourself regardless of circumstances. When the shepherd is away, the sheep will play. Without guidance, people might stray from the right path. A man who lives on the banks of the Nile should not wash his hands with spittle. Utilize the resources available to you. An empty calabash does not get broken. Those who contribute nothing are less likely to face criticism. If you carry the egg basket, do not dance. Handle delicate situations with care. A bird will always return to where it was well fed. People gravitate towards places and relationships where they feel nurtured. The wind does not break a tree that bends. Flexibility and adaptability help you survive challenges. A village without elders is like a well without water. Wisdom and guidance from the older generation are crucial for a community. When the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Strong foundations provide stability in times of trouble. A leader who does not take advice is not a true leader. Effective leadership involves listening to others. He who eats alone cannot discuss the taste of the food with others. Sharing experiences enriches understanding. A leopard is chased by a lion. Still, it manages to look back. Even in difficult situations, awareness and vigilance are important. The poor man and the rich man do not play together. Economic disparities can create social divides. A flea can trouble a lion more than a lion can trouble a flea. Small annoyances can be disproportionately disruptive. Even the mighty eagle has to wait for the sunrise. Patience is necessary, even for the most powerful. A bird will always go back to where it was well fed. People gravitate towards places where they feel supported and valued. The chameleon looks in all directions before moving. Consider all options and consequences before taking action. You cannot chase two antelopes at the same time. Focus on one goal at a time to increase your chances of success. If the lion doesn't tell his story, the hunter will. Share your own narrative to ensure it is told accurately. A person who is not carrying anything cannot stumble. Simplicity can avoid complications and pitfalls. A camel never sees its own hump. People often overlook their own flaws and shortcomings. Even if the turtle is slow, it will eventually reach its destination. Persistence and determination lead to success. A mother's heart is always with her child. Unconditional love and support are hallmarks of parental care. The teeth are smiling, but is the heart? Appearances can be deceiving. True feelings may be hidden. A child who's carried on the back will not know how far the journey is. Protected individuals might not understand the extent of challenges faced. A mouse does not share a bowl with a cat. Incompatible individuals or entities cannot coexist peacefully. A frog does not jump in daylight for nothing. Actions often have underlying reasons. A patient person eats ripe fruit. Patience leads to the best outcomes. An elephant's tusks are never too heavy for it. You are equipped to handle your own burdens. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. It's never too late to start making positive changes. A bird that remembers its nest has a secure future. Valuing and remembering your roots provides stability and direction. The thirsty fig sits waiting for the rain. Patience and readiness are necessary to seize opportunities. The sun never sets without fresh news. Change and new developments are constant in life. A man who has one finger pointing at another has three pointing towards himself. Self-reflection is necessary when judging others. The monkey does not see its own tail. People often fail to see their own faults.
Thank you for watching our video. If you like it, please type 1 in the comments below.